when you don't have no kids, all you really think about is yourself and what you want to do. Then I had my daughter, and everything stopped.
Welcome back to the show, Friday night. How y'all doing tonight? Tonight, we got my man, Money Making Mitch. I was going to say Cocaine Money Making Mitch, but my wife told me I couldn't say that because Mitch ain't no drug dealer.
He sure ain't. I'm glad you did left that part out.
I said Cocaine Mitch. Like, Mitch, the student loan debt, Mitch, Stinky Mitch shutting it down. But anyway, today's show is brought to you by Batch Balances a Massicuted Life. Unlock your expression. Y'all head over to BAMM, BAMMLLC.net/shop batch. Plug.
Yeah, I see you plug.
And apparel needs. Mitch, what's up, baby? What's up with you? What's good? How you feeling?
I feel good, man. Working hard. Looking forward to some big things about to happen. So, looking forward to it.
You have to tell me about the big things offline.
My oldest son played football. He going to East Carolina University to play football. He about to graduate from high school in June. Mm-hmm. And my youngest daughter has been trying to get into North Point. If anybody know what North Point is, they know you got to you got to have a certain requirements for you to even get into that high school. And she got in for the draft and the engineering program. I was like, yes. So both of those, I'm riding high for those right there. That's enough for me.
So let's jump into it.
All right.
How old were you had your first child? I know you just told me how old he was, kind of, but I ain't no mathematician.
I think when I heard my first child, I think it was 23 going on 24, I believe. Yeah, I'm right. 23 going on 24, and my oldest daughter was born. She 19.
Oh, okay. So your oldest is 19. Is that what you said?
Yeah, she be 20 next month.
I don't think I ever met her.
Nah, I don't think you have. I don't think you met my boys and my youngest daughter, not my oldest daughter.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So how did she, or just becoming a father, how did that change you? Because I got 3 kids. It's definitely a change. How did that joint change you?
It slowed me down. Like I just thought, when you don't have no kids, all you really think about is yourself and what you want to do. Then I had my daughter, and everything stopped. You know what I'm saying? I was so happy that I was a father. I ain't really know what to do with myself. To be honest with you, I was stuck on being a father, just the all being a father for at least 8 months. I ain't even gonna lie, but it just changed my thinking altogether, quick.
Did you change diapers at first?
Not right off the break, but then because I used to change my little sister's diapers because I'm like 10 years older than my sister, but at my kid's mom, she started showing me, but she was like, you need to know because I'm not going to be the only one changing diapers all the time. So she was on me about that. So it ain't take me too long to get it, though.
So your oldest is 19. Your son that's after her is the one that's going to play football, right?
He 18.
He 18.
He just turned 18 last February.
Okay, what about the other 2?
My youngest son is 17. He turned 17 in February. And my both of them in February back to back. And then my youngest daughter, she turned 14 last month.
Oh, so you almost home free.
Yes. Almost. I'm getting real close. That thing getting real close.
What's the plan once you home free? Where you which beach city are you moving to once you home free?
Still gotta work though, bro. I ain't never retirement. I ain't retirement yet. You know what I'm saying? So I got like another to retire comfortably. I got another like 15 years. So, but it's all good.
That's not bad. I got another 10. I'm plotting it so that in 10 years when I retire, I could just be done.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking about because I'm a federal government employee, so I'm thinking about the healthcare aspect of having that for the rest of my life, and all those type of things. I'm trying to I'm mapping out my retirement right now, to be perfectly honest.
Smart man, because I saw something. I think I got an email from my bank one
Mm-hmm.
time, and it said something like, it was basically explaining how the best thing you could do for your kids is not be financially dependent upon them once you get into old
Yeah,
age. And
yeah,
so if you can't, set them, if you can't give them generational wealth, at least don't be the reason why they can't go get theirs.
exactly,
You know,
exactly. That's why. That's why, you know, uh, other people set their kids up. Why our kids can't be the same? So I'm trying to get to that phase of my life. Once I passed 15, 16 years in the federal government, I was like, okay, now I'm on the back nine. I need to be planning that and try to make sure I'm in the right place when it's time. Hopefully,
mm,
God, I see it. You know what I mean?
yeah. You said other people. You mean like you talking about like white people as opposed to the way we've been historically, or
Yeah, how we been historically, and let me say wealthy people, not necessarily white people, wealthy
mm,
people, because they set their kids up for success
right?
before they got a chance to really know that they set up for success. You know what I mean? So that's something that's important to me. That's my legacy. So I gotta protect that by any means.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say that because I was having a conversation. I think it was on a live within the past week or two, and we were just kind of talking about how like it's crazy how like, or maybe I was talking to my wife. Either which way, we're talking about how it's crazy how your legacy at some point becomes more important than like you now.
Right, right. I think it's when you get to. I think it's when you hit. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think it's when I hit 40 because I ain't really started thinking about it until I hit 40. I hit 40. I was like, my my sons was like, once I became 40, I wasn't dad no more. I was pops. So they started calling me pops. So the joint baby started thinking like, yo, I really need to start making sure that what I'm saying, down the line is straight. You know what I'm saying? I look at them, I was like, I gotta make sure they straight. Like I don't really be thinking about myself too much, even though I get criticized for that a lot, not about not thinking about myself enough.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, I just think about my kids before anything. I don't even know how to adjust that thinking. I don't. I'm trying to, but it's hard for me to adjust that type of thinking, man.
I think it's a balance. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what kids do to you. You know what I'm saying? They kind of change the way your scope, your vision is. So
I definitely don't got no balance. I don't have no balance.
that balance. I'm gonna see you the ballerina class. You should start do some yoga. Do some yoga around the.
I do the yoga. I ain't doing no ballerina.
Put you in a tutu.
Nah, man. I don't think that's gonna be a good look for me, bro.
That should have ruined your legacy.
No, yeah, it will. Yeah, hey, if you know my sons and my cousin is on this dang on live, yeah, that would ruin my legacy.
That when you at your funeral, that'd be the big picture they put up you up in the
That'll probably definitely be in the obituary, bro. Like not cool. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Hey, let me ask you this: as a father of four, what do you think? What are the keys to fatherhood? Like, what makes someone a good father?
For me, the most important thing is time. It's
Mm.
I realized that from how I was raised. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Because me and my dad, like when my mom, my dad separated, the most important thing to me was time. I ain't care about the money. I ain't care about the gifts. All I cared about was time. And now that my boys like 18 and 17, they always tell me it be more about time. Like they know I'm gonna be there for things. You know what I'm saying? They know I'm gonna be there. So the fact that I like to give example, my oldest son, we transferred him to Roosevelt. This was his last season to play high school football. I was at every game, every scrimmage. I ain't go to every practice. That'd have been crazy. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. But I went and joined the practices I was able to go to. I went. He knew I was going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been there through that all their whole life. I think that time is more important than anything. I think a lot of times us fathers, we get caught up in the providing part so much that we forget the time. The kids they're not gonna remember the gifts. They're not gonna remember the money, but they're gonna remember the time that you was there to do anything, regardless of what it was. So it's about time for me.
I hear that. I hear that. My man AJ Throwback said, turning 40 and losing my father less than 6 months later definitely had me looking at generational wealth differently.
I understand. I just lost my father last August and then had to bury him the day before my birthday. So
Wow.
so I completely understand. I still struggle with that daily. No bull. That's hard. That was a tough pill to swallow because my dad helped me out through a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was my dad and my uncle, and my stepfather too. But my dad and my uncle been in all my entire life. You know what I mean? So those the two guys. And first and foremost was my father. So when I lost him, like a piece of me went with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's hard to leave. That's hard to deal with.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
All right. I think I remember either it might have been you that told me that his funeral was going to be the day before your birthday or
The day before
I,
my birthday.
yeah, I think you told me that. I was like, shoot, man, like that's tough. Does that like ruin your birthday?
Almost. But shout out to my sister. My sister, I was in a hotel in Virginia because I had to get away. Look, this all the stuff that entailed that day. So my dad's funeral, right?
Mm-hmm.
My son had a football game that night, important one against Flowers. Mm-hmm. So I left the repast and went straight to Greenbelt to my son's game. They lost to not Roosevelt, I'm sorry. He was playing for Roosevelt. They lost to Flowers. He was blown. He's like, man, granddad, Pat, we lost a game. But he bounced back. But I went to the hotel because I needed to get away. You know what I'm saying? I needed to get away. And the next day, my sister came over with balloons and my sister and my brothers, which I wasn't expecting. She dragged me out of my room, took me to a cookout. I didn't know where the hell I was going. And then I was around my folks, you know what I'm saying? I was around my cousins, you know, and my best friends, you know what I'm saying? So my birthday turned out to be good. Real good.
Man, shout out to the family for holding you up. Cause I know
Yeah,
you have a birthday. That joint could ruin birthdays for years and decades to come.
yeah, man. That was tough, but yeah, my sister, I don't know what made her do that, but yeah. Cause I was content of going nowhere. I could have stayed in that room and watched college football the whole day and I'd have been straight. For real.
She probably knew you needed it.
She probably did. She probably did.
Probably knew. Sometimes the people close to us or even just being blood, they could kind of sense like, okay, he's gonna need, you know, some help.
Left. Yeah, man. It was the timing was perfect. You know what I'm saying? For her to come through like that. Matter of fact, when I was talking to her last week, I was telling her I was thanking her again. because that was like on point. And then like when I'm with my peoples, man, I'm always having a good time. You know, my best friends, my cousins are like my best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like tell me every time they see me, they see Adam. I was like, yo, that's like my little brother for real. Like that we cousins, but that's like my brother for real. You know what I mean? So like, and then my other cousin on my dad's side, my cousin Gerard and my older cousin Margie, they like my friends. My man Shorty, my man Jermaine, like those dudes like my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So then I got y'all, the officers.
Come bail you out. Hey, look.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. What would you think? I know you say you think time is the most important. Is that something that you learned from your father? That time is more important?
Important? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I learned it from him. Not in the way that you probably thinking though. Because like when my we had like when my mom and dad separated, right? My stepmom and me didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole lot of things. So the time I was still spending time, but like it wasn't the time that I needed. That I was used to having with my father. You know what I'm saying? So I made it a point when I became a father, if I ever got put in that situation, that I was not going to end up like that. It wasn't going to be that my boys needed more time with their father or my daughters didn't see their father. You know what I'm saying? It was never going to be that. It was never going to be a time where I didn't see him. And if something was going on, I was going to be there. So that played a heavy role. Heavy role.
Okay. So what do you think is the most difficult aspect of being a father?
You're not gonna get credit for stuff that you do. Every father, I think, knows this. You're not gonna get a lot of the credit, but you kind of live to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of comes with the territory. Every once in a while, you're gonna get your shout outs though. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you get your shout outs. But moms is different, man. You know what I'm saying? Moms is different. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I love my mother. Me and my mother tight. But you know what I'm saying? Being a father, it's just different, bro. Like it's like you're not gonna like you and the mother can do the same thing, bro. You know the mother gonna get that clout. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. I think that's just me. I think we just used to that. You know what I'm saying? We get accustomed to playing the background or just doing whatever it is you got to do to make sure both of them straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't never ask for credit. You know what I'm saying? If my kids feel like then I'm a good father, then I'm good. That's all I really care about. I don't really care about nobody else's opinion. If my kids say I'm a good father, no, nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I kind of look at that like, you know me, I go down the rabbit holes, the metaphorical rabbit holes. But when I look at like the way our reality is structured, or the way we've at least been socially conditioned to look at it, it's like everything has a masculine and feminine principle, right? And it's almost like if you biblical and you apply the idea that God is the masculine principle and mother universe is the feminine principle. It's like the man plays the role of the invisible supporter, the forgotten one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Mother Nature is the thing that
nurture. Yeah.
He shows you the food, but without that other energy, that food doesn't grow. So it's just something that I always think about when people say stuff like that. It kind of makes me be like, wow, it does feel like that. Like I know, like with my kids, I'll be thinking like, I'll say something like, you don't realize like them lights working. You don't know that he was in a fight last night for the lights to be working.
Yeah, but that's you know what I'm saying? That's your role. You know what I'm saying? That's your role. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got to play your role, and us fathers got to play our role. You know what I mean? And I think we get a bad rap too, though. That's the part that really irks me about being a dad, is because I feel like we get a bad rap for what dudes who don't be a father for their kids do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, the ones I see it all the time. I'll be like, yo, just because they're not doing their job don't mean the rest of us not. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't put us all in one box, because everybody is different. I hate the narrative that, particularly black fathers, that we don't raise our kids and we don't be there for our kids. And I think that's BS. You know what I'm saying? I think it's BS. It depends on the person. It's not about a race of people or just men don't want to be fathers. A lot of us doing what they got to do for their kids, whatever they can or whatever they going. I believe everything I got for my kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you will, and I know rock other people will too. You know, right. But the narrative that be put out there is just I don't like. I don't like that.
So, like, I think, you know, human beings, we have a negativity bias, right? It develops from the need to survive. So, like, we're not wired for happiness. We're wired for survival. So what we do is we look at a small percentage of an example, and we apply that across the board for the purpose of being able to understand that which we really don't understand.
Right.
You know? So, and I mean, of course, we're the victims of the, you know, one black guy or a couple of black dudes didn't do what they were supposed to do, so that must be how all y'all rock.
Exactly.
Like, what? What are you talking about? Y'all like, that's him. We good over
that frustrates. That's any narrative. Like, I hate the narrative that all women after money or whatever. That's BS. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate it when a couple of people, and you take that couple of people and just take that and run with that narrative. That's one of the silliest things that I read and see. I never understood that. I was like, how could you think that everybody thinks the same or acts the same? That's impossible. That's not going to happen.
Right.
And
right.
No faction.
Let me jump into these comments right quick. Steph said, "This is why conversations like this are so important." We thank you. Lil said, "Women have to allow men to be fathers and stop trying to control the relationship between them." We're gonna come back to that. Mm-hmm. And my mother-in-law said, "Time is the most precious thing you can give to anybody." Right? So let's talk about this right quick. Women have to allow the men to be fathers and stop trying to control the relationship between them. What's your opinion on that?
I never been through that. I never had to go through that. I can honestly say that my kid's mother, we never had that issue. You know what I mean? I've seen it though. I've seen it, and I think she's right. You know what I'm saying? I think she's right. Like, you can't be in the way of a guy being a father to the kids. You can't try to control the way he's being a father. You see what I'm saying? Like, he gonna be a father the way he gonna be a father, whether it be negative or positive. If it's negative, you can remove yourself and the kids from the situation. You know what I'm saying? But if it's positive, or I'm gonna say neutral, maybe if it's a neutral situation, let him be the father. You don't know how that just because you think that's going to be the wrong way to be a father, you can't tell. You're not a father, so you can't tell somebody how to be a father. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't think we can tell a woman how to be a wife. That's me. I can tell you what I want in a wife. I can't tell you how to be a wife. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I think she's right. I think she's right about that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just one of them tough things to deal with. I never had to deal with it either. Mm-hmm. You know, Jalen's mom, never was the type to be like, oh, you can't see her, you can't come visit her, you can't pick her up. I never dealt with it either.
Now, their mother, I will say that my kid's mother is a great mom. She's a great mom. She take care of my kids, yo. Our kids. She take care of our kids. She does a great job at it. Do we see eye to eye all the time? No. But we do what we supposed to do for our kids. That's the end goal. You know what I'm saying? So if I say something, if I'm trying to do something wrong and she supersedes me and it's the right thing, you won't hear a peep from me. You know, she kind of does the same. So I always applaud their mother. You know what I'm saying? She does a great job with our kids.
Shout out to your kid's mom. What are some of the rewards to being a dad? Like in terms of your kids' progression through life, what are some of the things that you would look at your kids and be like, man, like that's my girl, that's my boy?
All right, so I'm silly. I think you know this already. I'm silly. So watching them, it be little things. Watching them grab their interest. You know what I mean? Like watching my sons get into history. Like my oldest son, he's into like aliens and all the unknowns. He's into that stuff. You know, you too. He into that too. He into that too heavy. And I don't never discredit it. He be asking me, and I'll be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't just shut it out. I was like, I don't know. Then we get to watching YouTube stuff and all types of stuff, bro. Like we get to talk about the ocean and all that stuff. Then you got my youngest daughter. She's in the anime. Had me watching Attack of the Titan. I got into the daggone thing. I was like, she got me watching Attack of the Titan. I ain't know what the hell this joint was at first. She got me watching it, and it's just good. Like I can't even lie.
Right.
My oldest daughter, I used to wonder what she was gonna be interested in because she's so smart. Both of my girls, all four of my kids smart as hell, but my girls, they smart. My daughter does hair. And she does it at an elite level. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like seeing their interests. Interest. My youngest son, he's into entrepreneurship. He wants to do like he really getting into it. I just love seeing them getting into their interest, even whether it be sports, whether it be like my youngest daughter's in the draft and the engineering. Like I was saying, she's into that. I just love seeing them get into their interest. On top of that, I like seeing the petty cards they be pulling, and I know they get that from me.
See, that's what Vic said, seeing you in them and seeing a better version of you. So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. My oldest son playing football in high school, the way he been playing is a big thing for me. You know what I mean? That the fact that he followed through. Because I didn't do it, and I should have. You see what I'm saying? So I told him when he got to high school, I was like, are you really trying to play, or are you're just doing this for fun? Like, what are we doing here? He told me, like, at first he was playing basketball and football at one time. Then COVID happened, right? He turned completely around. Like, Dad, man, forget basketball. I'm trying to do football. So I had him working with a coach. He picked out the coach. I let him do everything. I just funded. And he was out there every Saturday, going for it, working with this coach. Shout out Coach Spence, Coach Bear. He's now the coach of the defensive line coach at Ohio State University now. But he was working with my son for like over a year. And like during COVID, like having like 5 guys working out. Some of the guys my son was working out is in the NFL. Some of the guys are about to be in the NFL draft next weekend. So I was like, this was a good experience for him. And then he went out and balled during the season. And I was like, this is great. Like, it's great. I just love seeing all of it. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's dope. So you got the anime girl. Is the anime daughter the same one that do hair?
No, no. The one that do hair is my oldest daughter, and she also has a daughter because I'm a granddad.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that. Yo, I got
Yeah,
grandpa.
yeah. No, I thought you knew, bro.
If I knew,
I
I
thought you
forgot.
knew.
Like I never. You know how these are like grandparents, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm 39, so like if I see somebody in their grandparent, I kind of like no, like you a grandparent. I don't see Mitch money making. Be like I'd have been calling you granddad when we was hooping. And come back, put me in the
Hold on.
game.
So that just happened. That just happened. She's not even a year old yet, so you wouldn't have got a chance to do it while we was hooping.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't remember Mitch having no grandkids, yo.
Yeah, she be one. She be one soon, man. It's that little girl is a blessing to the family. You know what I'm saying?
How does it feel to be a grandfather?
I'm still in awe of it. To be honest with you, man, every time I see her, I just light up. I'll be like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to tell this little girl no to save my damn life.
Yeah, yeah.
I already got it in my head. I was like, man.
That's tight, yeah. I didn't know. Congratulations, man. Clap for
Thank
that. Y'all hot for
thank
that joint. We got a grandfather on this joint, man.
I'm trying to get used to that, bro. Like I'm trying to get used to that. They was like, what my mother-in-law, I still call her my mother-in-law. She like, what she gonna call you? I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. It's like Pop. I was like, Pop. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel it that, bro. I'm only 42. I'm a pop up. I'm a pop up at 42. Then after a while, I was like, man, whatever. I'm a pop. I'm a pop up, whatever.
They're gonna call you whatever they're comfortable with. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I didn't know that. That was a tangent. This was skirt. You got to jump off on that one. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody said pop. Shane said pop Mitch.
For
People
sure.
saying patience. In reference to the last question before the grandfather, when AJ said our children's interests are huge for us as parents and even bigger for our kids, which goes back to what you said about the importance of spending time with them.
Yeah. That's heavy, definitely important, man.
Right.
Definitely. You can't get back that time. You can get back that money. You can't get back that time.
Yeah. So you got football player, you got anime, you got head doer, and you got alien.
Nah. The one who is into the alien stuff is the football player.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, you believe in aliens?
I believe it's a possibility.
You an alien. How you not believe in aliens? Talking about you on a planet, bro. If it's another living man, look, if it's another living entity that's not on our planet, it's an alien.
This is true. That's what I'm saying. I can't rule it out. It's too much stuff out there for me to be like, nah. Like I feel like it's something in the ocean. They can act like it ain't, because we haven't even explored over 20% of the ocean. It's something else down that thing, bro. And they keep saying it ain't this, it ain't that. Like, how the hell y'all know? Like, how do you know what's down there? You can't go down there and look. Just saying.
Right. I mean, I'm into the conspiracy theories. I like to see how far I could stretch my beliefs. And I mean, if you get into this conspiracy theories, like they got some legit ones that make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say. I never met one.
Somebody say mermaids in the joint.
Mermaids.
Possibility.
Same thing. Yeah, mermaids.
I think it's
My
a
mom
possibility.
and dinosaurs, yo.
Yeah. You never,
Yeah.
I mean, no, we don't know. We don't know, bro. That's how I look at it, man. We don't know.
Some people believe that the aliens created us.
Yeah, I seen that. Now, look. I'm all for stretching some stuff work, right? But some stuff sounded far-fetched. Like I feel like this. Some things are just what they are. I think sometimes we stretch it out too much. You know what I mean? I give you a real good example because I talk to my best friend about this all the time. When Tupac got killed, right? How many conspiracy theories came out of that? Like 50?
A lot.
Exactly. I told him, I said, yo, how about this? Because, this happens a lot. They whooped that Bam in the casino. They came back and shot him. I said, that happens quite a lot. Why y'all think it didn't happen in this case? I don't know. Because if it was anybody else, y'all probably wouldn't even be saying the things y'all saying. Because it was Pac. And I'm a big Tupac fan. Because it was Pac, everybody went 15 different ways with it. I think it's just what happened. Flat out.
Yeah. I mean, with the Pac thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't know. I don't necessarily think Pac's alive. I mean, it is. It's not doing us any real benefit at this point. He could have came time ago. Fix some of this.
The 7-day theory and all that. Yeah, we way past that.
Yeah, we come back now. It's like, so?
So, yeah, exactly.
And?
Like, these youngers going to be like, who?
Like, you let that become what it is now, and now you back? Nah, cuz.
Yeah, it's my past. There's a lot of people in past since, like, what will be the point of coming back now?
Right. Let me ask you this. When your kids were younger, how did you discipline them? Like, were you the give them the stern look, or was you the scream and yell? Or how did you discipline your kids?
I'm not a yeller. I'm not. You should know that. I'm not a yeller.
Right.
But if I say certain things, matter of fact, me and my older son, were just talking about this 2 days ago. So the last time I actually had to really raise my voice at them was probably about 6 years ago. So I don't really have to say nothing to my girls. My boys, they used to be hard-headed. Their mother called me. I can't remember what she called me for. But I had to go all the way to Waldorf from D.C. I was heated that I had to come from D.C. I'm talking about straight from work, Brad. Straight from work all the way to Waldorf. I went in the room and let them bangers have it. They started crying and everything. I don't talk to my sons that way. I don't have to. I never had to do that again. I never again. I can just, now that they 17 and 18, I don't pull no punches with my particularly my sons. I don't pull no punches with them because that's not how my father and my uncles did with me at that age. At that age, they talk to me like men. I talk to them like men. I don't lie to them. I tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense in lying. My oldest daughter on here now. She hey, Monty.
Let me pin that. Hold on. Pin. Yeah. She on here. Hi, daughter. How you doing? He talking real bad about y'all, so y'all get him.
Ma, I would never do such a thing.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
Which one of your kids is the most expensive? Who cost you the most money?
My oldest daughter.
See, you about to bring on the line.
Yeah, my oldest daughter. I can't even really pinpoint it. Like, she's like she a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, daughters always want. You know that. Hold on. You do know that. You got an older daughter. I ain't crazy. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. All of them
want. So, yeah, I mean, but that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Never gave it a second thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jalen is my oldest. Jalen wasn't that expensive in terms of asking for stuff. Now, Libby is the expensive one. Libby, I be telling Libby, like, I'm going to change my name to Can You. Like, all day long is Can you. Like, no, I can't. Work last night, yo.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the nature of it. I think that's a father-daughter relationship thing. Like, that just, it's like it has to be or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. I love my girls. I love my girls. They like the soft side of me. She said I'm not expensive. I just
Yeah,
be wanting stuff. I want so all the stuff I just want to be expensive though. That's true, Monty. And she do her own hair. That's the good part. She
well,
does
you
her own.
already saving money. If she do her own hair, you already saving money.
Oh yeah. She was doing her hair at an early age, man.
For real.
Yeah, that's a talent, bro. Cause I'll be like, how the hell she do that? I'll probably break my fingers trying to do some of the stuff she doing, man.
Did you ever do this hair? Did you ever do their hair like when they was young?
Heck no.
Oh
No. They would have been they'd have been looking like Color Purple if I'd have been doing their hair out the Nah. I would never set my girls up like that. I would never. But my daughter does hair. She does hair for a living. So she
okay. I have to get her on hair.
oh yeah, that money. You had to do podcast. That boy Adam some that boy ain't doing no hair.
I've done Libby's hair before.
For real? What you do?
So when she was smaller and she just had like the little curly stuff, I would just put the little stuff on it. This is funny. little it's like a little cream, and what it do is it kind of make it curl a little bit, but then I had to like slick the side. It's a video on YouTube. I send that joint to you.
Oh, you ain't got to send it to me, bro. I'm past that.
Oh no, I just made so you can see it. So you can see it.
Okay.
And
I'm definitely past that. I ain't got to do night one. Monty doing her hair, her daughter hair, my other daughter hair, her little sister hair. She doing everybody hair. So yeah, my daughter is very good at what she do.
that's what's up. I can plait. You know what plaiting is?
I know what it is. I don't know how to do
it. Is the thing, but I mean the joints don't look good. You know, I'm not good. I'm just saying I can do it. You know.
At least you admit that it don't look good.
I could do a bun. Like I've done Libby's bun before. Like sometimes if it's just me and her hair, and she want to go to the playground or something, she need her hair done, then I have enough know-how to be able to put it in a bun. It might be crooked, it might be a little off or whatever, but you know,
I don't think my oldest daughter here. I don't. And mine, did I ever try to do your hair? I don't think I've ever tried to do her hair. I don't think I was crazy enough to do nothing like that, knowing damn well I don't know how to do hair.
Man, that's funny. That's one of the things that scared me. Like, matter of fact, in terms of being a father, not so much now because I know your kids are older, but like when they were younger, or even now too, like what's one of the things that you fear about having kids, or that you know what I'm saying, or that you fear for them?
The streets, man. That's it. It's just the streets. Because anything else is out of your hands. I feel like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My daughter, my sons, and them that lost friends. You know what I'm saying, and over stupid stuff. It's not, and I hate it when I hear people like, man, when we was young, we didn't go through this. You're lying, because we did go through these things. When I was at Suitland, we was losing friends. I don't understand why people that's around my age and younger act like, unless they grew up around a different area or whatever, don't understand like what our teenage kids be going through. They're going through the same stuff we went through. And I hated that they even have to go through that. Like my youngest son, he lost a friend recently around Suitland. He don't even live in PG County no more, but he still got a lot of friends in PG. Yeah. And also a friend around Suitland like about a month ago. And I'm like, hey man, what in the world's going on with these youngins? But I got to thinking, I'm like, man, they was doing the same crap when we was young. I just thank God that I was out of the way, I guess. maybe God just had that protection over me. That's how I look at it, man. Because I could, any of us could have easily been in the wrong place at the wrong time and something pop off. This world, people be doing some of the craziest stuff. I just be praying that my kids is not around when that stuff happens. That's all you can really do, especially at the age they are right now. Because you can't coddle them to death. You gotta let them live.
Yeah, that's what Vic said. The only difference is social media, and that's what I was thinking. Like the difference is, well, having younger kids is just the access that they have to information that we didn't when we were younger.
Yeah. Never even had that. Not even close to that. We had nowhere closer to. I don't like how you saying. I don't like people having access to them. You know what I mean? And then like even my teenagers, like I be telling them like, yo, you post certain things and stuff, yo, try not letting people know what your location is. You see what I'm saying? Like you posting something, don't let nobody know where you be at, where you at all the time, and the spaces you in all the time. Like, nah, man. Like you taking a picture out front of your house, don't have the address on that joint. Like don't be doing certain things. Like I'm cautious. I am on the cautious side, man. I don't trust nobody. How could you?
Yeah, I'm with you. DJ Shane said, "Don't forget YouTube too. It's terrible." Yeah, the YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube stupid. I watch a lot of YouTube because I watch a lot of podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So I watched when young Dolph got killed. How people was throwing people and stuff, and people was getting killed behind that. I was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like y'all don't know, just because somebody said something don't mean it's true. So you just killing somebody just based on what a couple of people said? Like that's goofy. Like it's too much wild stuff, man. I just be hoping my kids stay out the way, and I'm glad they stay out the way.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. My mom-in-law said when we was younger, we would fight, but now they were shooting and go home and have a good night and sleep. So she basically saying they'll shoot you, go home, and never have a second thought about it.
They evil. I'd be surprised at how evil some people are. You know what I mean? Some people just shoot like they shoot them like they on a video game or something. Like they coming back, that they can come back the next day or something like that. And I'm like, yo, what in the hell is going on? It's crazy, man. It's just crazy.
How much do you think that the ability to become famous through social media plays a role in their willingness to do some of the things that they do?
I think a lot of it be that. It be that, or either trying to become famous on social media or trying to portray a certain image on social media. You know what I mean? I don't get what's wrong with being smart. What's wrong? And I be kind of tempering myself when I say stuff like this because I be thinking how I was when I was that age. How was I when I was that age? Was I thinking like them? You know what I'm saying? Was I clowning certain people? Or, you know what I'm saying? Was I doing these things when I was that age? And I honestly can't remember. Shit, that was like damn near 30 years ago for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, but at the same time, I don't make it right. I just don't like how people make their images out to be on social media, particularly young people. And some old people too, man. There's people my age that act a whole damn fool. Get on and be pushing drama. Like I'll be like, what is wrong with y'all? People in their 50s on social media promoting drama. Like, what is wrong with y'all, man? It's stupid nowadays, man. Older people doing the same stuff the younger people doing.
Yeah, one of the things that I kind of think is like, I think innately, right, we all know that we are, I don't know what the word is like. I think that we all know that we have a special gift or are true about us, or that we're one of one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's no other Mitch out there, right? And I think we all have a desire for the world to know us, appreciate us, and remember us from like a legacy standpoint.
Right.
So if you ever watch any of those movies where the bad guy, he couldn't do what he really enjoys and become famous or be appreciated for it. So he's gonna do something so dramatic. He's like, I'm going to make the world remember
Remember
me.
me. Yeah.
And I be thinking I think that's what it is. Or at least I'm going to make my legacy with those who know me be one that is always remembered. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're like, they're gonna remember me in the hood. I'm the
Right.
one who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
I
that's
I
go
don't
ahead.
I don't care what the world gonna think of me. You know what I'm saying? I care more of what my kids gonna think of me. I care more about what my family gonna think of me. I care more about what my friends gonna think of me. I don't really care about what the world gonna think of me, because the world can make up an image of you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they made up images of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It's hard. Like I don't want to say I don't care about the world, but it's a lot of things that go on in this world that I just don't care about. You know what I mean? I don't put my energy to it at all. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And I see some stuff. I look at it. I be like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of brush it off. If it don't really affect me or my surroundings, then I don't really hone into it that much. I try not to hone into it that much.
Right. You gotta protect your energy.
Always.
So
Every.
real quick, let's talk football right quick. I'm not a football guy.
I
So
know. That's why I was just thinking that.
I mean, I used to watch like football, but I don't know football the way I know basketball. You know what I'm saying? But in general, what is it about football that you really love or admire?
You know, I had to actually think about this recently. I think it's the strategic part of football. I think is
Mm,
what intrigues me the most, because I think I told you this when we were talking about basketball one time, and I told you, I said, for me basketball is not that strategic for me. It's actually simple to me.
mm-hmm.
If you got guys on the court who know how to play, it make it real easy. When I was coaching, a lot of stuff was real easy. I just say certain things y'all already knew. I ain't even have to say it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't know. That's a different story. We can talk about that at a later date. But football is different. Everybody, all 11. First of all, it's 11 people on the field, and the space is harder to fight for. Like you got to fight for every yard and everything. It make it harder. Everybody has to do their job, and if they don't, the whole thing can break down. That strategic part of it just intrigues me. It's like a chess game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's like a chess game. I don't look at basketball as a chess game. I look at basketball as a chess game. I look at football as checkers. I look at basketball as checkers. I look at football as chess. It's more strategic because there's more people involved. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even from the players to the coaches to the people in the front office, it's way more going on, way more factors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In basketball, you can have one guy on the field, on the court, killing, and you can win like that. You
Yeah.
can't really do that in football. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback can be great. If the offensive line is horrible, he will not look great. He'll look horrible. That's just the reality of it for me.
Yeah, I think in football you're more dependent upon a bunch of other people to do their jobs in order for you to have an effect on the game the way you can based on your talent.
Ultimate team sport. That's why they called it that.
Mm.
Ultimate
Do
team sport.
do you miss? So you old enough like I am to remember when football promoted like big
Hitting.
hits, violent hits. Do you miss that? Do you miss that aspect of football, or are you okay with the light version?
I'm not totally okay with the light version. I'm all for the. I'm. This is what I mean by that.
Okay.
I'm okay with the player safety because you do got to look after the players. But are they? I feel like this. Are they really looking after the players for real? Because you say that and then you add games like so. That's not helping. You know what I'm saying? That's more contact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with the player safety. I'm with certain things. I'm cool with it. Like I'm cool with them. You can't hit with the lead with the helmet and stuff like that. But I think the way they enforce it, a lot of times, be horrible. You know what I mean? Like if a dude, just I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the same thing in basketball. Because the other night when I was watching, was that Boston? It was Boston in the Nets game, and every time somebody get hit in the head or get hit on the hand or something, they go on to review it and call it a flagrant. I'm like, bro, come on now. Like, come on. Just call it a foul and keep it moving, bro. Like, it's like we ain't got everything is not a flagrant foul. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has gotten so soft for me. Everything.
Do you so we both remember a time before instant replay and technology and all of this. Now technology has made the experience of watching the game better because the HD is crazy. The camera on the field is tight. You can see more of the movement that occurred. But do you think that technology has also taken away from, like, to me, it used to be like a call was a call was a call, and you live with it.
And with it, yeah. I mean, I feel like with basketball, with just basketball or both. Or we just talking about both?
Both of them.
I like how the football doing this because you can't do it throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
So it's like if only time they really review something a lot of times is if it's, you know what I'm saying, like maybe like momentum shifting or something like that. Basketball, it seems like they're reviewing something every couple of minutes. I'm like, yo, why are we? But some fouls, I think maybe because I'm older and I came from an era where I seen the Pistons, I seen the Knicks, I seen the Lakers and Boston fights. Dog, these fights, these hits that be happening now, be weak.
Right.
And they be flagrant twos. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, they be unintentional sometimes in their throw money.
Dog, we seen fouls harder than the fouls that's going on right now and not called flagrant in the leagues that we was in.
Right.
And I'm like, what in the world is going on? I feel like it's gotten too soft. I'm fine with you. Like, I'm fine. Like, a lot of people like, man, this is the greatest era of basketball. And I'd be like, why is that? And they'd be like, because of the talent. I said, okay, I give you the talent. I'll be like, but you can't play defense no more. Like, you can't play defense. You can't play defense in football or basketball no more.
Yeah.
So as a defender, how do you like? I hate Boston. For the record, I hate the Boston Celtics. I'm a Laker fan, so I have no love for the Boston Celtics. But I was glad that Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year award because it showed that a guy who's playing perimeter defense and actually do be putting his hands on people can actually be shown love for playing defense. We haven't seen that in a very long time.
Right.
So I was happy that he won it.
Okay. So as far as football goes, does defense really win championships? I've heard that before. I don't know.
Absolutely. The best thing you can do is stop somebody from scoring. Particularly in football. If you stop somebody from scoring, all right, now I gotta stop because my best friend he be in my ear. Okay, you gotta have balance. You do gotta have balance. Okay, not saying you gotta have the best offense in the league, but you can have a moderate offense, and have a dominant defense. You're gonna win. That's just the truth of football. with football. We seen it happen on a lot of times. I can ramble off teams that I seen do it. I think back in the day, you probably could have got away with that in basketball. That day is gone. You can't do that now. You have to have elite scorers for the most part, or at least a bunch of guys who can score, like how Phoenix is, like how Miami is, kind of.
Right.
Got guys that come and go, but they got a lot of guys who average like double digits. You know what I'm saying? But they play defense.
Right.
They both play defense. So I think teams like that, I think they better than my team, the Lakers, who just threw a whole bunch of guys together. They didn't have a good team. I think the best way to build your team is a collective team. Boston have a collective team. That hurt my heart saying that garbage on here about Boston, but yeah, it's just the truth.
Boston got a squad. Nick said he wanted to join.
He said, "Yeah, violent."
So, no explanation in terms of football. Who's the GOAT?
Tom Brady.
Okay, so then we can move on from that. How do you want the world?
How I want the world to remember me?
Yeah, how do you want the world to remember you?
That was unapologetically Mitch. I was a good father. I had a sense of humor. I was loyal above all. That's it. That's all I can ask for.
Okay, I think you commented on one of the lives before, and you said loyalty just now, and it made me think about it, right? You would rather have loyalty
over love. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Real quick, it ain't gotta be no long joint. Why would you rather have loyalty than love?
You not I think Adam A said it best. You ain't gonna be loyal to somebody you ain't gonna love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the loyalty kind of come hand in hand for real. But I'm just loyal just because that's who I am. Like it's people that I'm not even cool with no more, that I still got their secrets. I'm gonna go to my grave with those. You know what I mean? I don't know why it is. It just is. Like I don't believe in doing that. Gotta be loyal, man. That's the reason why I'm still friends with dudes that I known from elementary school. I'm still friends with them dudes today. Those still my best friends today.
Okay. I mean, I like loyalty. I like love. I'm like, I need both of them. You know what I'm saying?
I think they come hand in hand, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think you could love somebody and have a disloyal moment too. You know what I'm saying? I just think shit happens sometimes. But
stuff do happen, but do that stuff happens. You can have a disloyal moment, but how many disloyal moments are you having? Like are let me ask you this. The one disloyal moment make you not loyal?
Not in my opinion. I'm not at a point in my life where I'm willing to attribute one bad moment as what someone is in their entirety. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think everybody make mistakes. I think everybody falls short of our expectations, of our own expectations. And I think forgiveness is an important aspect of life in order to be able to traverse everything that it is that we deal with. You know what I'm saying? So to me, having a moment of disloyalty doesn't make you a disloyal person per se. It's really about history and your character and like, who do I know you to be at your core?
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. But what I will say this though, it depends on what you were disloyal doing.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, because some lines you just don't cross. You know, that's what any friendship, relationship, whatever it is. You got that thing that you like, nah, bro. like that. And that's a deal breaker. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I haven't decided yet. So newsflash, the end of May, I'm going to be the guest on my own show. So if y'all want to know my opinion, yeah, I
You
got
gonna do a T.I. versus T.I.P. joint, bro?
my homegirl Melissa is gonna interview me. I gotta get some moderators, and then whoever want to ask me a question gets to ask me questions. But I'll be answering questions. So if you want to know my opinion, if I have it by then, complete that. Just come holler at us May 27th.
Bet that.
So top 5 dead or alive. Tell me 5 people, dead or alive, real or fictional, that you would like to sit down with and have a one-on-one conversation with.
Tupac.
Ooh, Tupac. Okay.
Malcolm X. Mansa Musa. I don't know if you.
Nobody ever said that. Yo, that's what's up.
Yeah, Mansa Musa. I got questions. That was 3.
That's 3.
Obama.
Okay.
I got questions for him. And I think a lot of people probably wouldn't like some of the questions I have for him. God.
Okay. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm gonna pin this comment. God and Obama. Okay. What you want to talk to Obama about? I gotta know, yeah. You gotta give me something that you want to. What you got for Obama, yeah?
I want to know, was money the reasons for him giving support for certain causes, or was it just like political interest, or was it just his personal interest? You know what I mean? Because he the only black president we've had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of black people put this narrative out there that he didn't do nothing for us. And to be honest with you, I agree with the narrative, but he was the American president, not the black people president. So he had to do for the country, not just black people. But some things that he backed, I often wondered, like, yo, was that about money? Was there politics? Or was it just something that he felt strongly about? Did he really feel strongly about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, with politics, man, I think when you make it to that level, right?
You gotta take the good with the bad, kind of.
Playing a game, it's more so like playing a strategic game as opposed to doing what you feel is right in your heart, right? And it's kind of like chess. I just recently, since going to therapy, learned how to play chess. At one point, me and my therapist, we played chess. And I think sometimes, and this goes for all politicians, like, I don't really care who you like, who you don't like. I think sometimes you have to sacrifice a piece that you might love and admire because you're playing a longer game.
Long game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
right?
I'm saying. I want to know. See, now that he's not the president, that conversation is totally different. You see what I'm saying? That conversation, he could tell me what the long game was.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm with you because you're sitting down with him one-on-one. You sitting
down,
right?
Not in front of me, and stuff like that. Right. You know,
I'm absolutely with you. I gotta know, like, what you want to ask Mansa Musa,
Okay, so this is something I often think about, right? Because, like I told you, I'm a history buff. That's what led me to the Mansa Musa. So my theory is Mansa Musa traveled the world and showed people how rich he really was. That's how everybody know that he was the richest person to ever walk the earth.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Europe and dropped stuff on a lot of white people. I often wonder, they knew he was what they would call Moorish at the time, which mean black.
Mm-hmm.
They knew where he came from. I feel like is that the reason? Is that part of the reason that Europeans came to Africa?
You think he
They,
might have like tipped them off unintentionally?
like they seen him with all that, and they was like, "Why we don't have all that?"
Mm.
Because Africa got the different resources that Europe had. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe it was that the reason. But I also, why did you do that? Even because I know we are naturally a giving people and all those type of things, and I'm like, why did you do that? Why you just didn't stay in Africa? Or you just wanted to move around? Like, I got questions. You know what I'm saying?
I
That
would
was
guess.
a time in this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think too. Like if you look at wealthy people today, like we ask ourselves, like me and you, we two middle class guys, right? So we thinking like, man, if I hit the lottery or if I did something, if What's Up With You was making $100 million a year, in my mind, I'm like, I'm good, right? But sometimes I think that the the wealth, material wealth, or even just the money aspect of it ain't enough. And there's a human spirit to conquer, to travel, to go
Yeah.
out and eat to find the unknown, right? And to always challenge yourself. And I think that that's just how it is. So when we are here financially, we look up and we say, well, once I got there, I would just go sit and have tequilas on the beach. But then once we got up there, that's not what it took for us to get up there. So that's not what we were programmed to do.
See, and I often think about what I would do in that instance if you want to make millions or something like that. Of course, anybody know me know I don't trust everybody. So the first person I probably would call would be Adam. He'd probably be the very first person I would call. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, bring in, my other guys. And I take care of my family, of course. But I be hearing a lot of selfish things, but me, I would want to build up my communities. And not just not I mean, I'm a PG dude through and through. Of course I'm gonna start here and try to, build up our communities, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we kill our stuff. And I feel like if somebody reached in and did more to it, maybe we would take care of it better. That's just something that's a me thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really put that on other people. That's just something that I always felt that I wanted to do.
Camille said we will always want more. So you get one question to ask God. What are you asking God?
Why? I think I know the answer to the question, but it's like, how sometimes you know an answer, but you got to hear it from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you allowing all this hate in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like that would be the one question. If I only had one, that would be the one. Why do
What do you
you?
think the answer would be?
Huh?
What do you think? You said you think you know the answer, right?
Free will. He gave us free will, and I think that would be the answer. Like you got the ability to love and hate, but I still would be like, why is it hate in this world, man? Like it's so much of it. It seems like it overwhelms the good a lot of times. It seems like it do. I hate to say that, but that's just what how much hate do we see? We see it everywhere. Everywhere. On TV, when we walk outside, everywhere, man. I don't
So,
like it.
so this is what I think. I think two things. I think there's more love in the world than hate. It's just that,
It get overshadowed.
yeah, I mean, you can be having a great day, but then it'll start raining. And you forget about all of the great things that have occurred, like you didn't lose your sight today. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. We don't appreciate the little things. We don't appreciate the little thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. I get
Like
that.
the default is so good that it's
Mm-hmm.
the that it takes something bad to happen. So, and I think for us to be able to appreciate life and all of its spices, there has to be some bad. I don't, that's just kind of how I look at it. Let's see. AJ agreed with you. He said that's exactly what I was about to say. Free will. Some people will literally choose violence, and he likes my cup because my show is brought to you by Balance. I mean by Batch. Balance is a master key to life. Unlock your expression. BAM BAMMLLC.net/shop Batch. So my man, I appreciate you sitting down with me. I love you. I always give my guest the opportunity to ask me a question until the 27th, when y'all can ask me whatever y'all want. So if you want to ask a question, this your moment.
How did you mess your knees up, man?
Not stretching. Not hydrating. And I never really injured my knees. They would just get really, really tight, really, really swollen. And I honestly don't even think I need the knee braces anymore. I think it's a mental thing.
Okay.
I play, well, maybe not now because I haven't hooped in so long. So I would probably need them because my knees wouldn't be used to the jumping, the pounding, and all of that good stuff. But when we was hooping every day, 2-3 times a week, playing in different leagues, I couldn't without them. But the way, had I played a game without the knee braces, my movements would have felt weird. My legs would have felt different. And I'm a long range shooter, so to jump and shoot and feel like my legs aren't the right weight.
Yeah, they gonna right. The balance gonna be off.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It's not, the main thing is just not taking care of my body the way I should have been. And like I said, hydration is big, stretching is big, and all of the stuff that happens outside of the game. Had I done those things, then I probably would have never needed the knee braces. But
okay.
Is my man, I love you. I appreciate you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me, man.
Talk to you, all of that good stuff, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't seen you in a long time since we ain't hoop, so yeah, you know what I mean?
You still gonna coach?
I mean, if I could get our group, and you know what I mean when I say our group, I mean you, I mean A, I mean King, I mean Chuck, our guys, and then add on to that, yeah, I would coach them. But like try to break in a new batch of dudes, dog. I ain't got that in me. You know what I'm saying? And then like when I actually do dive into coaching, it's gonna be football and it's gonna be kids. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to I wanted to coach like kids about to be teenagers. You know what I mean? So like train them how to play football the right way. You know what I mean? Because some coaches just coach because they want to win instead of actually teaching kids the game. You know what I'm saying? So you can win teaching kids the game. I don't know. Some people know that. I know a lot. I know some coaches that actually know that. So,
okay,
bro, ain't you retired? No, you ain't this man talking about some years, and he retired.
I think he be telling me I'm retired, but it's all good. And Keyjon 321 said the children are our future. So it's been real, my man. I appreciate you. If you want to come back and discuss anything else in depth, you got my number. You know where to find me. Hit me up. I'm getting ready to start cycling through people who have already been on the show. So if you got a topic you want to get off your chest on a Thursday or Friday or a random Tuesday, hit me up.
Bet that.
All right, my brother. Be good.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Peace. Appreciate you coming.